Nobody knew George better than I did. I say that I knew George better than himself. And I tried in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him.
This is a follow-up interview with Sarah Boone. She called 911 on February 24th, 2020 to say that her boyfriend died in a suitcase.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
My boyfriend is dead.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
Fire risk. That's the location, Mercy.
Desk 32.
No, please don't leave.
4748 France Lane, apartment 3.
No, tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in his case and we were playing. And like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep and I woke up and he was dead in the suitcase. So I don't know what happened.
Her call to 911 paints a story of playful drunkenness gone wrong. One where her boyfriend was just as responsible for his death as she was. But how likely is it that something more sinister is at play? That's what the interviewer here wants to find out.
So obviously, he received his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So so he's got scratch marks to his back.
I know what that's from.
Okay. And it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is? So like basically you're getting hit and then, you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising. Like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little.
I haven't laid a hand on him.
Already we can see strange behavior from Sarah Boone. She shakes her head to deny the injuries discovered by the autopsy. The existence of such injuries are already suspicious, and Boone's immediate denial of the evidence seems to suggest she's hiding something.
Okay.
He fell off my son's bike.
Okay.
So I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the hall tree. So why?
Well, we're talking about Sunday. Yeah. We're just talking about what occurred Sunday. Because like I said, the injuries they occurred within that time period.
So you're talking about day before yesterday?
You called us yesterday at 1, but the incident, you guys were painting and stuff the night prior.
Correct.
So we're talking about Sunday. And
that's
then
why
Monday.
I'm thoroughly confused, because we had a good time sitting on the back porch having wine and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had, on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on his head and skull.
I have no idea.
As if something hit him.
I
considered
not touched him.
Trauma.
I have not touched him. I have not touched him.
Then how would you get those injuries?
Tell me and we'll both know.
Again, we see an unusual response surrounding the injuries. When confronted with how Torres would get such injuries, Boone uses a tactic called deflection, where she directs the question back to the interviewer to take the attention off herself to avoid negative consequences. This isn't evidence of guilt. Boone could simply think she's avoiding being wrongfully convicted, but this behavior is much less common for innocent individuals.
I have no idea. We had a good day. Mm-hmm. It was a good day. We've had good days lately. Mm-hmm. Even considering everything that's going on with our jobs and life in general and ex-wives and everything. It's been good. I don't even know where this is coming from.
Yeah, I don't even know. The last physical was probably, you said, I think, a month ago? Mm-hmm. Where you got the injury, right? You said that was a month ago?
A few weeks, give or take, yeah.
A few weeks. That was the last, physical altercation between the two of you? You said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with a curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
Again, she uses deflection, this time to belittle the interviewer's credibility.
I don't think you all understand. He comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep.
What do you mean by he comes after you? Like,
he gets belligerently drunk.
mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you all have looked through my phone yet and seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I started documenting everything.
Okay.
So you all will see in my pictures, bloody fingers, split foreheads, he split my nose.
Then why are you still with him?
Everybody asks me that. When I tell you guys this, I really love him. Like I do. And I feel like I can help him. Like I feel like I could help him, which I did because he came a really long way. I've really helped him. I bailed him out of jail, 3 times. I did everything for him because I'm trying to help him because I had hope in him. And then he starts to think about things and I think he gets overwhelmed. And then it's like, the next thing I know, he's drinking. So it's like, oh man, I know where this is going to go. So I'm going to go upstairs and read a book. He doesn't know how to, I guess, maintain himself. So the majority of the time I would hang out outside or do something else. His ex-wife is bonkers. Mm-hmm. She was all over him all the time. Send me money, send me money, send me money. So he always had something on his mind, which is why, again, I got the puzzles and the bank to try to get him off of it so he don't have a drink or he doesn't have a drink. So when you all see my phone, you can see all of the damage he has done to me and the videos of him smashing my television because he's belligerently drunk. Where most of the time, I just don't want to be there. And I try to help him. I try to calm him down. Mm-hmm. Eventually, he just passes out.
Boone opens up and gets emotional for the first time in the interview, talking about being in a toxic relationship because she believes she could have helped Torres. This speech clearly came from an emotional place, and there probably was some sincerity to the pain Boone is feeling at this moment. But unfortunately, it still doesn't answer the question about the mysterious injuries, and it even contradicts some of what she had previously told investigators. This makes it seem like Boone is using her genuine pain to avoid answering questions.
Well, yesterday it made it sound like you guys were just drinking like a glass or two. Like, yeah, you obviously had the bottle, but you told me on recording like that you were not drunk. He was not drunk. You guys were having a good time.
I can't get drunk. Number one, I do not want to get drunk.
I'm just saying you're making it sound like he's a raging alcoholic today. And yesterday I was kind of asking you those questions and you're like a little defensive. Like, no, we're not alcoholics.
I'm not.
We are not, but you guys were both sober on Sunday, to your knowledge, because when I said you went and passed out, you were like, no, I didn't pass out. I just fell asleep. So now it's kind of like, what is it? Were you guys drinking and it got out of hand and it got physical?
No.
Or is it...
Sunday was one of the better days that we have had in quite some time.
Well, let's talk about Sunday. What was Sunday? How were you? Like, how many glasses of wine did you have? How many glasses of wine did he have? The bottle was gone. I mean, I don't know if you poured any out. Yes.
No, that was from previous.
You said that there was a half bottle left over.
Not as much.
So, where were you guys at on drunkenness, not drunkenness on Sunday?
Whether a suspect is innocent or guilty, the investigators need to get them to lock down as many answers as possible so that they are unable to change or modify their testimonies later.
I was not drunk. So with him, I don't know. But you
said it was a good day. Like, you guys didn't have any conversations about your relationship. You guys didn't go down like the rabbit hole, like had too many to drink, and you guys start getting...
No, when I tell you this, I was so happy. Like, it was such a good day. I kid you not. The weather was beautiful outside. I'm the one that had him go inside so we can do puzzles and painting and listen to music or whatever else he wants to do.
We just don't, it's unexplainable how he got these injuries, and
I have no idea.
You were the only one with him.
100% right hand to God. I have no idea how he got them.
At some point, somebody gets enough, then they have to do something to defend themselves.
The interviewers are adjusting their strategy, taking Sarah Boone's struggles and suggesting the possibility that she might have done something to him if pushed to the limit. This suggestion might not do much immediately, but as it settles in her mind over time, it could help Boone come to terms with what she's done and make her more open to revealing details later.
I would just flee, and I don't know if you would like to see it on my phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop. Because, and you have to understand too, I have, prior to classes in PO, kicked him out how many times? I had him arrested how many times?
But you also went down and bailed him out.
I know.
The next day.
I know.
What's on your laptop?
Previously, I actually looked up how to file a restraining order. So it's not like I ever got a break from him, where I told you all yesterday, or whenever it was. I started to feel that it was too much togetherness. Every waking moment he wants to be with me.
Are you talking about this is recent? You kind of lost me. What are you?
It was a little while ago.
But now you're talking about tension building up and that you need space. So have you been feeling that way lately, or
no?
Okay,
no. Okay, my thing is too, so you all know. Oh, I hate that you can't talk to her, but Dee, his ex-wife. When I say a monster, she's a monster. She withholds their children from speaking to him.
What does she have to do, though, with anything about what happened Sunday and into Monday?
This is a gentle way for the interviewers to get to Boone to stay on topic about the incident, because it sounds like she's unloading a lot of her bottled up emotions in this situation, which is fairly common to happen in the intensity of an interview.
No, I'm just saying, previously, why the incidents would happen is she plays a big part in it. Sunday, when I tell you this, I have no idea.
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any timelines better? What time you guys were playing? What time he was zipped up in the luggage? What time you went upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
You started the activities around 4, you said?
Yes, around 4:30ish, and then.
You just said that it was dark when you were playing hide and seek, and I'm just curious if you remember.
But when we were outside, that's where we would start and talk about things, and then eventually I was the one that had him come inside, so we could.
About what time? Do you remember what time that was? Is what she's asking.
Maybe about 6-ish. So let's go inside. I don't want to be out here anymore.
Okay. All
right, let's go. So we're doing whatever. We did it for a while because that puzzle. I don't know if they took it or they saw it. Worked on the puzzle again, finished it, started to paint. Started listening to music for a little bit, started to paint. Can we turn the music off? No problem. Started at the top, paint, whatever. So 8 o'clock-ish
is when you went to hide upstairs originally?
No, that's when we were painting. So then it's okay, well, I don't want to paint anymore. Let's just, come on. Okay, you want to play hide and seek? What he does is, okay, tag, you're it. So it's okay, we know. Okay, take off. That's what we did.
And then you went upstairs, and then he didn't come up, and you came down, and the suitcase was there originally because you guys were planning to do donations, so it was already there. Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek probably 3 times in your relationship. When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
You would never zip him up in a suitcase?
We were playing.
No, I know, no, I'm just asking. In the past, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not? But obviously, no. I understand. You're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter. You were laughing, he was laughing. But what I'm just asking is, in the past, is it something that you guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
No.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. But your phone is password protected. You have the password. He has the facial recognition. So it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both. But
You have the face and the password.
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
To be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay. Does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's a
Yeah.
shared phone. Okay, how does he have access?
Sarah, can I borrow your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how does he get into it? Because it's password protected.
He'll come and get it to me, and I'll just do the face thing.
By this point, the investigators have already looked through Boone's phone for evidence. They haven't brought up what they've found yet for two reasons. First, they want to see what Boone will say without being told they have this evidence. Second, for the material on the phone to be used as hard evidence, the investigators need to make sure that no one else but Boone could access her phone.
So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
Sarah. No, I don't remember that.
What they're watching is a video Boone took on her phone of the still-alive Torres trapped in the suitcase. The interviewer's battery dies, so we'll skip to the dramatic reveal and get back to this later.
I was just simply asking because you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked. And
No.
okay, but why did you say it like that? Like,
I don't think you all understand who I am.
okay. Well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son.
Okay.
I excel at everything. I would not do that.
Statements like these don't prove that Boone has narcissism, but they are tendencies of people with narcissism. She says, "I don't think you all understand who I am," instead of a statement like, "I'm not that kind of person." Narcissists will have a very clear perception of who they are and will try to get others to have that same view of them as well. She doesn't want to leave her character up to others' interpretation.
You wouldn't lock somebody in a suitcase?
Well, I didn't completely lock it. I mean, I opened it with one finger. I left enough in there for him to get out.
No, it was just the way you said it.
You guys are scaring me.
Why?
Well, we just want you to watch this. This came from your phone. Don't you want to know what's on it?
Yes, please. Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take.
Boone knows the contents of the video and uses her own well-being to try and take attention away from the video they're about to watch, even to the very last moment. Even though the investigators have watched the video already, Boone is still trying to escape watching the video.
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you. Fuck you.
That's you. Your voice.
Stupid. That's my name. Don't wear it up.
I can't fucking breathe, babe. Sarah,
Yeah, that's when you shook me.
Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please.
We can hear from the video that Sarah Boone had an even tone as she told Torres that this is what he deserves. She even laughs at him in the video, despite Torres saying he couldn't breathe. Also, Boone's reaction to watching the video is symptomatic of people with narcissism who don't want to see evidence that contradicts their own image of themselves. The brain feels the need to preserve a certain image of itself, and it will do everything it can to protect itself from the contrary.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, you had 2 fingers hanging out,
I flipped him over. I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
There's two different videos and a still picture where, it shows you flipping him in different positions and him saying that he can't breathe and you saying, fuck you.
So this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
it was flipped up.
Right. It was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
But not intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs because you were getting ready for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
where's here?
Show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
And his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like
no, it's not malicious.
Do you think he's joking? You told me he was laughing, and
we were before.
The video, there's no.
When we first got in there, both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts. So was he in there for a long time prior to recording this?
No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny. But you're the only one laughing.
But I didn't think that he was panicky. Please don't. I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but it's like you guys are kind of trying to feed me.
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
Well, I know what.
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
No.
Why don't you remember making the video?
Probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
No.
And here, we see the interviewer's hard work paying off. They locked in the answers they needed from Boone to keep her from explaining her way out of the situation.
In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making two videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
My plan was not to leave him in the suitcase.
And what was your plan?
Waiting for him to come upstairs.
And then when he did it?
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him? Maybe I shouldn't?
No. It's the drinking.
What would you say if somebody told you that they had done this?
Done what?
You said somebody in a suitcase and went up and went to bed.
Do you all not think, so you all think that it's oh good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you guys are trying to assume?
I'm not assuming. I haven't assumed anything. I follow evidence.
But my intention was not, again, oh good, I got him in there, now I'm just going to go to sleep.
But you let him out before, you put him in, so why didn't you take him out?
My intention is not for this to happen. I am sick about it. This is horrific, okay? Horrific.
It is terrible.
Yeah,
horrific. I don't think I'll ever be right because of this. I will put my hand on the Bible. It was not intentional.
You got up and walked away. How is that not intentionally leaving him there?
Because I'm looking at the hole knowing that it's there. He'll get out no problem. Because you don't.
Then he doesn't. But you don't go check on him.
All right.
You say you're up for 30 minutes and he doesn't come up. You don't go down and check on him?
You guys are killing me right now.
No analysis here. I just want to point out the lack of situational awareness in that statement.
I'm just trying to figure out what you would expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a suitcase.
I didn't mean to leave him in there.
So when he asked to be let out, like, what's your reasoning for not letting him out?
When I was upstairs?
No, when he's asking on the video, he asked multiple times. He asked to be let out. I can't breathe. Why didn't you let him out?
Well, number one, I had no idea it was going to end like that.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, just, you know what? I'll give you 5 minutes or so in there. I'll give you 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes for what?
Don't
Were you punishing them?
No. Just.
Well, that's what you're saying in the video.
This is what you get. This is what you make me feel like.
See, and then it's all backfired on me. Like, it's all backfired on me. And I understand the severity of this.
Yeah, he's dead.
It's awful, I know.
Okay.
It's awful. And I will tell you both this right now, too. I will never drink alcohol again.
So what was your intention for leaving him in there?
And it's not fair. It is not fair. You guys are trying to, again, he's in there. Night, night.
That's what happened.
I didn't intentionally mean for this to happen.
But you can't tell us why you left him in there and went upstairs. That's my only issue. Like, what am I supposed to write? What do I write?
So my thing is, though, what I have a feeling is I went upstairs and just hit the bed kind of thing. But, again, I'm thinking, he'll be up here in a minute. But then I go out.
Well, my question is, why didn't you just let him out prior to going up?
I don't know why.
By this point, Boone has been backed into a logical corner, leading her to say she doesn't know answers to very basic questions. While not evidence, saying I don't know to answers like this usually indicates that the person is afraid the answer will incriminate them.
So are you guys, so what is it you're trying to, like?
We're just trying to figure out why.
Why? What?
Why?
What was the motivation for leaving him in the bag?
Why he was left in the bag? Why the video?
I didn't have any motivation. It was he and I having a great day, fooling around and being stupid, and apparently me going upstairs and hitting the bed, not going to sleep, where it's like, I'm tired now, I'm going to go to sleep.
By now, we know that this version of what happened is false. The video disproves it. But Boone is still trying to assert her version of the story, trying to make it true. She is trying to gaslight the investigators despite all the evidence that has been brought forward.
There's two empty bottles of wine.
Not both, but I drank both of them.
I think you did.
We didn't.
There's receipts for the
They were both purchased yesterday, so I don't know how you didn't, because they weren't there the day before.
The one was.
Two Publix receipts from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing purchased on either one was a single bottle of wine, 2 of them. So we have each bottle of wine that was empty in your garbage can that you purchased yesterday, or he purchased, but you two would have consumed together.
Okay, well, I
mean, there's receipts, so it's not even worth the...
What's interesting about this moment is that the investigators are giving Boone both the evidence and the opportunity to explain her actions. She would still be charged for killing Torres, but intoxication could be a reason to lessen her sentence. Even if she was lying, Boone did claim she didn't remember taking the video, which could be interpreted by how drunk she was. But this explanation would hurt Boone's image so much that she still refuses it.
We were just hoping that we could figure out why you...
What was the motivation?
There was no motivation.
That was intentional. There's no way getting around that. You intentionally did that. Nobody drug you up there.
Because
I have never dealt with anything like this before. I don't know what to do, how to do it, and I always know what to do and how to do it.
I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
It's alcohol.
So again, the reason that you killed him?
You all?
Please sit down.
Listen to me.
Please sit down.
You all, listen. I did not intentionally kill him. I swear I did not lay a hand on him.
You walked up the stairs. You can't fly up the stairs. No one can take you up the stairs.
Okay.
You go up the stairs, you lay in the bed, and you wait for him. Who cares if it's 5 minutes? Who cares if it's 30 freaking seconds? He's begging for his life. He's begging to get out. You go upstairs.
You leave him.
It doesn't matter. So get the time frame out of your mind.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's this. So it doesn't matter anything what it is I say. So it makes no difference whatsoever.
It's just you're lying and like you're now changing your story.
Lying about what?
You're now you're drunk.
Oh, I never said that I was drunk.
You said earlier.
Everything recorded.
Alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol. Alcohol does a lot to people.
Yes, but I never said I was drunk.
Okay.
You did.
So you did this sober. You knowingly left him down there sober.
I have already told both of you also that we were both drinking.
Right.
Okay.
But you want to admit that you were drunk? Is that?
I'm telling you all both. This has changed my life. I will take this. So, am I getting my phone back?
No.
Not today.
What about Lucas's laptop?
No.
Not today.
Not today.
What does that mean?
We're still going through everything.
Oh, that's fine.
You're the one just telling us there's videos that we need to see on it, so we need to do our due diligence that we go through everything.
See, and that backfires on me now, too, because now you all think that I had even more, in quotes, intent to do what I did to him, which was not intentional.
Yet another common symptom in people with narcissism is to paint themselves as the victim in unfavorable situations. Boone has taken every minor inconvenience as a reason to say how victimized she is. This instance is one of the most overt. Here, Boone's own instance for investigators to look through the laptop for more evidence becomes another reason for her to paint herself as the victim in the situation. Again, we are not professionals and cannot diagnose Boone. We can say that she is severely selfish and inconsiderate in this situation. Boone has constantly deflected and avoided questions for most of the interrogation. She has made numerous statements that go against the facts presented regarding the injuries and her levels of intoxication. There's a point when the interviewers have gotten all information possible out of a suspect. Although they hit a roadblock, there is still plenty of information they gathered from this interrogation. Boone's testimony has given the interviewers key pieces of information and has locked Boone into a story that the facts will easily tear down in court.